Well, hello everyone out there. So, we are doing a series that is called God Goes Glow. And I meant to wear the t shirt again today, but I totally forgot. So, I'll put the shirt up here so you can see what our series is based on. If you have not watched the first video about putting God first, I recommend that you watch that video first and then come back to this one. All right, so those that did watch it, let's keep going. So, in this video, we're going to talk about goals. Now, when you begin to put God first in your life and you want to have this beautiful life, you have to make sure that you have some goals set in place. Otherwise, you're just going to be like just wandering with no destination in mind. And when you don't have any destination in mind, you're all over the place. And you waste time, you waste resources, you waste a lot of different things. You meet up with the wrong type of people. You start connecting with the wrong relationships because you don't have a clear path of where you are going. So you have to have a set of goals in your life. And I recommend that you have goals set in each area of your life. You need to have a goal set for your spiritual life, your personal life, your career, your businesses, whatever God has called you to do, your purpose. I'll just say your purpose. You have to have a set of goals, even financially. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have a set of goals for each area of your life. Also, you want to make sure that all of your goals do not contradict each other. Okay, meaning that if you have a specific type of goal in your personal life, it shouldn't get in the way of your purpose and calling. Let me give you an example. Now, when you are going to build relationships, especially a marriage relationship, you have to make sure that your spouse's calling and purpose, or their idea of what their purpose and calling is, does not contradict yours, because that can cause a lot of friction in your marriage and it can take away a lot of peace in your life. You want to make sure that whoever is your spouse to be, especially for those that are not married yet, you want to make sure that your spouse does not have a purpose and calling that is totally contrary to yours. Now, I'm not saying that they have to be the exact same purpose or calling as you, but they should not be doing something that will take your peace, your time, your energy, and your focus away from what you are called to do. And in fact, they should be supporting you as you are supposed to be supporting them. So that's why it's so important that you know what your purpose, your goals are for your life, and you want to make sure that you're with somebody that knows who their purpose and calling is too, or at least have an idea of it. Both of you should be working towards some sort of goal. If you both do not have a goal in life, then that's when the relationship goes like this, all over the place. And that's where you find with some people, they get married too early without knowing what their goals are. And then as they grow and begin to know themselves and learn who they are, then they start what they call growing apart. It was because from the beginning, they didn't know where they were going. So then they end up realizing, oh my gosh, I'm with the wrong one. Okay, the wrong person or something like that. But that's how a lot of divorces happen, because people jump into it without having a clear set of goals for their lives before they connect as one. So make sure that you know what your goals are, even relationally, and especially what your purpose and calling is before you get in a committed relationship such as marriage. That leads me to this part. When you have set clear goals in your life, the enemy will begin to send people, good people, it could be really good people that have great ideas of how they want you to use your gifts and talents for their purpose and calling. But if you know that what they're asking you to do is getting in the way of what you have been called to do, you have to learn how to say no. Because it's not saying that they're bad people, whatever, but you know you have a clear path, a clear idea of where you are going. And you know that if you were to say yes to what they want, that is going to pull you away from your yes for your goals for your life. There are some cases where people will come to you and really your yes to them will actually enhance your yes if you say yes. And that's when you got to have a relationship with God so that you can know if things are sent from the enemy to distract you or if it is to enhance where he's taking you, where God is taking you. All right. So that's why you got to have that personal relationship with God. And if you don't have that, that's the very first thing you need to do. And that's why you got to put God first. If you didn't see that video, watch it, please. You got to know exactly where you are going. That's what your goals are for. Now, there are times when you're going to probably look at your goals one year and then the next year you're like, you know what, those goals are not that important to me because you might have matured in that year's time. And it's okay to change those goals once you realize, okay, I'm headed down a wrong path here. But again, that's why it's so important to have that relationship with God so that you can consult with God because God knows why he created you. All right. He knows why. And you got to have time with him and say, God, what am I supposed to be doing right now? What path am I supposed to be on right now? Okay. What purpose or calling am I supposed to be involved with now? So that's why it's important to have that relationship with him as you are setting your goals. Now we are headed towards a new year. And everyone has all of these New Year resolutions, goals, new vision boards, and all this great stuff. But this time, let's create vision boards that really match up with every area of our lives where we would like to see our lives be in a year's time after consulting with God. Okay? Because we want to make sure this time that we get it right, that we don't waste time and energy and resources. I keep saying that, but there's a reason why I keep saying that, because a lot of you all have wasted a lot of time, have used up a lot of resources that you didn't need to use up, and your time, and you can never get time back once you have wasted it. So let's be careful this time as we are setting our goals. Make sure, first of all, that you seek God and find out what is your ultimate purpose and or what is your purpose for this next season of your life so that you can set goals around that, even in your personal life, even in your financial life. And again, when people start coming to you and saying, hey, can you do this for me? Can you do this for me? I don't care how good the money is that they're offering. If you know that what they're asking you to do is taking you off a path that you know is clear of where you're supposed to be going, you're going to have to learn to say no. So keep that in mind as you're setting your goals and be clear on your goals so that when people come at you with things that don't line up with your goals, you will be able to tell them gracefully, no. You don't have to be ignorant with them. Just let them know that you're not going to be able to do that. All right. And you don't have to go in the deep explaining why. No means no. Okay. You don't have to go into a whole dissertation of why you got to tell them no. But just tell them no. For those that are in the membership, in January, we are going to be having our meeting about setting goals. And I'm really going to be going in depth with that. So if you're not a part of the membership, make sure that you click on the link below so that you can join. When we have our first Zoom meeting in January together, in our meeting, we're going to be constructing our goals, okay, for the next year and making sure that we're clear on those goals, because we do not want to go another year wasting another year on things that are unessential to our purpose. We want to make sure that we get it right this time. If you didn't get it right last year or this year, we're definitely going to get it right the next year, God willing. So make sure that you sign up for the membership if you're not, because that's what we're going to be doing for the month of January, setting some really good goals. All right. I'll be talking to you next week when we are going to be talking about the glow part of God Goes Glow. That's going to be fun. All right. So I will talk to you all again really soon. You all be blessed.